I hate always saying my name, Roger. I fucking hate it. It just feels so stupid. My name is Mo Capaldi. No, all right, yeah. My name is Mo Capaldi, and I'm gonna review the fully flared intro and then my part in fully flared. Is that okay? I did not have any information what the hell was gonna go down that day at all. I did not know that things were gonna explode and blow up. I didn't know there was gonna be a big fireball explosion. I didn't know it was gonna be in slow-mo. I didn't know where it was. Until that morning, they gave me the address, and then the Jackass crew is there. Not the actual actors of Jackass, but the people that do all the explosions and everything. But one of my dreams, though, first of all, one of my dreams was always to get on Girl. To me, I always thought Girl was the best, most badass company. When Yeah Right came out, I thought it was the coolest fucking video ever. And then I always just wanted a slow-mo tray flip. That was like one of my life goals right there as a kid. And then in the background over there, you could see that, catching a tray flip right there. That was like a childhood dream of mine. That came true right there. I always appreciated that moment. Cairo was the guinea pig for the first explosion, so he just got blasted in the face, and I remember everybody being like, what the fuck are we doing? like we didn't sign up for this. Nobody even knew what was gonna happen that day. And then you just see Cairo get thrown down the stairs, just fucking full cum shots to the face. You're like, dude, why are we doing this? I remember he was just sitting on the ground, like rubbing his eyes for so long. And then this, I think Mark had to try this a couple times because I think that he bailed the first one. And then I think like the explosion like blew him off the ledge. We were like, okay, well, I shouldn't say we, because I didn't make any of the decisions, you know, like I guess Ty and Rick and everybody was like, okay, we got to have somebody land something. Because like Lucas bailed, Cairo bailed, and then you can't have another bail of Mark. I mean, I guess you could, but yeah, he had to do it. I think it took him like 2 or 3 times, something like that. That's one of the best clips right there, by the way, too, is people getting blasted in the face with it. I remember at the premiere, everyone's like, hee hee hee, like little kid. This clip right here, check the timestamp. I catch it basically at 4:20. Oh, actually, wait, hold on. If you really look at this, it starts a little short, because my memory of it is at 4:20 the explosion goes off, but maybe at 4:20 on the DVD version, it's right when I'm breathing all hard like that, and then everything's all smoking in the background, 4:20 style, you know? Yeah, so maybe that's what it is. And then boom, switch flip explosion. It's crazy how long ago this was. It's been exactly 15 years. I think we filmed it in October though, so now it's like 15 years, 2 months, but the video came out November. Yeah, that's crazy. That was exactly 15 years ago. I was 17 at the time. That's half my life ago, pretty much. So weird. This video too, when it came out, like, I didn't even know I was gonna be in it. I was seeing advertisements of it for like 3 years before I was even on Lakai Flow. And then I was Flow for Lakai for about a year, and I was still looking forward to the video coming out. And then about 6 months before, maybe a year before, they were like, hey, we're gonna put you in the video. I'm like, oh shit, had no idea. It was just a random surprise. If you look at all the original posters, my name's not on any of them. And then about 6 months before, maybe a year before, they were like, hey, we're gonna put you in the video. I'm like, oh shit, had no idea. It was just a random surprise. I went to Italy like 2 days later after this one with my whole family in Taormina, which is where they're filming with the whole White Lotus TV show. That's all Taormina. It was a whole family trip. It wasn't a skate trip at all. It was fun. I fell in the water right here. Oh yeah, they show it. That's right. Oh, apparently this trick right here, this frontside flip, I don't even remember. We were looking at the raw tapes, me and Derek filmed it. I did that first try. I didn't know that. I thought for sure it would not have been first try. And there's 2 angles of it. And Derek, we're looking at the raw footage, I think both angles, 2 separate angles, 2 different tries, because we only had 1 camera at the time, they're both first try. I had shit on lock back then. I couldn't even imagine, dude. I couldn't even frontside flip on flat first try right now. That line was tough. God, all this shit, it was hard. What's crazy about like this type of skating too is it takes so fucking long. You can't just do it in 3 tries, you know? Like the stairs and all that stuff, I could, but like a ledge trick, this one was actually pretty quick. I think that was like 10 minutes. That one was quick too for some reason. This one was kind of quick too. Switchback tail big flip. I don't remember ever seeing one before that, but like, I'm sure somebody's done them before. But like now today, like, you could find fucking 100 kids that could do that. This trick right here, that's why it's filmed like shit, is because Ty just like put up a camera on the ground and just like was filming everybody. I think he was doing a time lapse, or I forgot exactly what he was trying to do, but he had just like a backup camera chilling there. And I wasn't even trying like a real trick or anything. I was just trying to fakey trace, just switch manual. And I was kind of leaning back right there. And I just randomly threw a little switch front shove in there. In my head, fakey trace, and then I was like, I'm at the end, fuck it, I'll try to whip something out. And I've never switch front shoved out of a manual before. And that was just the first one. It just like happened. Yeah, these 2 lines were strategic to go back to back. And then Derek went into that. And he went into that little ledge right there, and they were like, well, we got to film one on the opposite end so we could pull out of the ledge. So the only reason we filmed this line is because he filmed it like that first line, like that. That fakey tray was random too. That's Vince right there, bag 50. That's the only switch front heel I ever did down anything. I think that was the last trick I filmed for my part too, the switch backside flip. I'm pretty sure that was. I think like 2 months later, or maybe like a month after it was a premiere. I think we were already done filming or something like that. I remember like when people would recreate parts on EA Skate, remember they would do that? I remember somebody recreated my part, and they had me in a white shirt, and then it transitioned to a different angle in a black shirt, just like this. I always laughed at that, because I'm like, oh, they just got that detail perfect. Scuba Steve filmed that trick right there. Only trick he filmed in my part. Dylan Jabe, fakey flip. Same shirt and shit. This trick at the time I'd even consider a real clip. I remember Carol met up with us. That was on the way to Sacramento. Carol flew into Sacramento. I think this was like in the middle of California somewhere. He's like, if you get 3 clips by the time I show up, I'll buy you a PSP, a PlayStation PSP. And I was like, all right. So then I remember I filmed this, and he's like, I heard you already got a clip. And I'm like, nah, that doesn't count. That's not a clip. And then I made it in the part, so I guess it's a clip. But he still got me a PSP because I did a couple other tricks too. So I remember Ty always saying about this clip specifically. And we were re-watching it, I think like a couple weeks after. And he's like, I like how you fakey like bump off the curb. He's like, did you do that on purpose? I was like, I don't even remember doing that at all. I think that's why he left it in the edit, because he for some reason liked that little, just, it's like the little nuances of skating that are fun, you know? This trick is the sloppiest trick in my part right here. Boom, I think I touched my hand. There's another angle of this, and it's so bad. It's like really exposes how shitty I land this. So it's good that the fisheye looked okay. And then I yell Ty right there, midair, Ty. Somebody tagged me on Instagram the other day, like, what are you saying in the middle of your tricks? I didn't respond, but here it is. Yeah, yelled Ty. Yeah, because there was something about, it would just, like, I could catch the trick every damn try downstairs, but it was always hard for me to actually stick it. That would take my mind off of like, okay, if I catch the board and then, you know, like yell something to like distract myself, it was just, for some reason, worked really well. Oh, I remember this too, man. This nollie tray right here, this is probably one of the first times we skated with Ty. My friend is filming a long lens angle. And you know, his VXs back in the day where you actually had to take wires and like stick them into each other's camera and like record that way to like transfer the footage. We're trying to get the footage from Ty because Ty filmed this fisheye angle. Like we transferred the long lens angle to Ty, And then naturally you always get the fisheye angle back from the other person. And Ty's like, nope, doesn't work that way. And we're like, what? We can't have it? He's like, nope, can't have it. It's like, what the fuck? But it was just so weird to be denied of the trick, you know? I get it though now, because you know how, especially like, he doesn't know if we're gonna put that footage in some other video or something like that, so he's just being protective of it because we're filming for that project, so it made sense. But I just remember at the time, we were just tripping, like, what the Security was rolling up on this nollie half cab heel. Once again, it was just one of those situations. I could get the board to my feet every time. I could get it right there 90% of the time, but landing it and making myself commit was always the hard part until I yelled something or security came. And when security comes, I was sticking it almost every time. I wish security kicked us out of spots more throughout my skate career. I'd probably have some more clips under my belt. That trick was hard. I remember filming this trick too. It kept fakey traying on accident. So that's what inspired this clip right here. Is I'm like, well, if it's doing it on accident, that means I could do it on purpose. So there it was. And then this took like, seriously, I think like 15, 20 minutes to land or something. It was like, because I had tail slide 270s just down. I remember sitting up on the, I think I set up a board one day, like on that second step, like warming up, and I just put my tail in that position. And then I was like, I'm just gonna try to turn this to front blunt really quick. And I remember I was just standing on the ledge, boom, front blunt popped out. I was like, oh, I could do that. I'm like, I just gotta like, kind of roll. So you get a little speed and it's the same exact thing. But also I remember Ty Evans like heavily inspired me to do shit like this, because all the other dudes, Mark, Guy, Costin, they were all doing really creative stuff at the time that nobody's ever seen. Ty was like, hey man, all the jumping tricks are cool. Like, you know, switch flipping stairs, all that stuff. He's like, it's cool. But look at Mark, Guy, Costin, all these guys, like they're doing stuff that has never been done before. Like just start thinking about like something that is new. I'm like, okay. So that's kind of what inspired that one. Like Derek filmed most of my part for this. I think he probably filmed like 80% of my part, probably more. And me and Derek would always like plan tricks out together and like think about it. By the way, this is the last thing I'll say about this part. Now that we're like on this, because I kind of just ran over this one. Kickflip front crook, shove it out. It was borderline insane to do, just because to get a generator in there, like why would we film this at night? The trick itself is whatever. Lighting this spot up at night, I guarantee no one's ever seen a night clip here. That's probably the only night clip that exists, because to get a generator in that school is literally impossible. I have no idea how we did it. The weird thing I think about with old skate stuff is like, it doesn't even seem like it was me at this point. It seems like a different life. And it's cool to look back and be able to see it. And there's so many memories that come along with it, but like, as I watch it, like it doesn't even seem like it's me in my own head. It's like so detached now. And now I could be like, oh damn, I frontside flipped that shit first try. I used to be good. Like it's been long enough that I can actually say that and not feel like a cocky dickhead.
Go peek the footage.
I'm like, damn, I was fucking ripping, dude. I killed it back then. But at that time, you better not say that. You better not say that. I do remember how skating felt back then, and that's I like the memory of what it felt like. I like it's cool to rewatch it though for that reason. If somebody ever fixes nerve damage, I'll film a couple clips. Until then, you're not gonna see a clip out of me, man. I think Neuralink would probably be the only thing that would fix nerve damage. That seems like the most promising option. To actually like rewire your nerve. You'd probably have to put a chip in your brain.
And a chip in your foot.
And a chip where it hurt, or where the damage is, and then it probably communicates through that, which would be so sick, dude. That would be so crazy. Because as of now, you know, it's like, I I always like to do this on your show. That's my foot. I got a fake leg. It's not actually fake, but this is I call it my peg leg right here. This thing helps me walk. But soon, with Neuralink, no more. Then I'm back, dude. At the age of 45, film a clip finally. In 5 years, when Neuralink comes out, I'll film a new clip. Or maybe I'll try to refilm a clip or two from this part. If the spots still exist at this time. Maybe this Skittles line, nollie, heel, back, tail, big spin. I could do that again. If I had a foot.